you're broken because you're corrupted and co-opted. And now we got to lay on you as hard as we can. Everybody sees through you. Everybody sees through you. You don't think people see you? You don't think people see what you're doing? You don't think everyone knows that you got your start on my show? But people are saying, oh, Tulsi flip-flopped on Medicare for All. Now, you seem to be not wanting to outlaw private insurance, more like, say, what works in Australia.
That's
so
right.
Now I'm very familiar. I've been to Australia. I know how their system works. So that, to me, is 1,000% improvement. And this is to keep you from health care. That's what this is. This is to keep you from health care because she's a gutless wonder who will not do what she promised. And you don't get her to do what you want her to do by being nice to her. You get her to do what she's supposed to do by ripping her to shreds, which is what I'm doing right now because she has it coming. And it's not just her. They all do. She's the only one engaging on Twitter, which is why she's getting it. What it takes is courage from gutless wonders like you, AOC, you fucking phony, and you're revealing yourself, and I am just writing it down. We are you're doing it, and we're marking it. This is her outing herself as a gaslighting motherfucker because you're broken, because you're corrupted and co-opted. And now we got to lay on you as hard as we can. Everybody sees through you. Everybody sees through you. You don't think people see you? You don't think people see what you're doing? You don't think everyone knows that you got your start on my show? You don't think everyone knows what you are now?
You gnome.
People are having a hard time actually admitting it to themselves, but they know. They know. These are just regular people outing AOC left and fucking right. She's got 10 million sycophants, and she's still getting owned on fucking Twitter. 10 million followers she has. 10 million. And she can't force a Medicare for All vote? She is not fighting for you. And she's doing it again. She's gaslighting you into thinking you can't have a vote on Medicare for All. And she is doing it at the top of her lungs.
What? Can somebody tell me, what is this dipshit idea behind forcing a vote on this? Is this in their fantasy world? I am asking you rhetorically. I already probably can guess what it is. Let me guess. Tell me how close I am. Do they have
got a Rona hybrid spreading?
Nice. Do they have some fantasy delusion that if they force a vote on Medicare for All, everybody that votes no on it is magically going to be voted out of their seats, and we're going to replace them with people that want Medicare for All? Is that the fantasy point right now? Yeah, it's fucking morons. I wish we could eject this whole part of the fucking country. Jesus.
And go on Twitter and fucking give it to her. We're going to fucking haunt you.
God, it's such a virtue signal position. Medicare for All is like the new, Medicare for All is the new make your profile picture like a black box for Black Lives Matter. It's the ultimate virtue signal position. I will say that one of the interesting things that lefties has done is they've shown us that you can be woke on things like class issues. Because it used to be that woke stuff was only intersectional related. Oh, I support black people and trans people and LGBT, blah, blah, blah. But now lefties have shown us that you can actually virtue signal just as hard on literally any fucking point you want. You can virtue signal on fucking Medicare for All, which seems funny to say. But apparently that's the new thing.
We are not letting you off the hook. And we'll primary your ass if you don't fucking do this.
You're not going to primary shit because the Justice Dems haven't primaried anybody in a single competitive district across the entire fucking United States. Fucking losers.
What's the point? We could have Joe.
You think Tim Pool is smarter than Kyle or Jimmy Dore? I don't know, dude. They're all... right now, my opinion of Tim Pool is higher than either of those two people. Kyle Kulinski is unimaginably fucking stupid. He doesn't deserve to talk to a single other person in the world for fear of spreading the brain cancer that he's responsible for on the internet. And I haven't seen much of the Jimmy Dore guy. I don't even know if people take this guy seriously. This guy seemed like an unhinged moron as well.
And this is the Care for All vote? She is not fighting for you, and she's doing it again. She's fucking gaslighting you into thinking you can't have a vote on Medicare for All, and she is doing it at the top of her lungs. And go on Twitter and fucking give it to her. We're going to fucking haunt you. And we are not letting you off the hook. And we'll primary your ass if you don't fucking do this. What's the point? We could have Joe Crowley not do Medicare for All, or we could have you not do Medicare for All. We could have Joe Crowley vote with Nancy Pelosi, or we could have you vote with Nancy Pelosi. She's saying we're going to make it harder for them. Oh, we're going to make it harder for you, AOC. We're going to make it harder.
Never in a million years would I have guessed that some on the left would oppose a vote on Medicare for all during a pandemic where 300,000 people have died and 50 people. I'm genuinely not just point of view. Oppose the current plan to fight for Medicare for all. It's incumbent upon you to tell us what your plan is in detail. When do you want the vote? What benchmarks have to be rejected? Why? It's like it's so virtue signaled. Like, what is wrong with a public option? Like, there are plenty of multi-payer systems all throughout Europe that work. Multi-payer or single-payer are exponentially better than what we have now. Why are you so opposed to a public option? I wish I could have any of these guys on my stream for just 20 minutes to fucking shred them, to eviscerate these people, how fucking stupid they are. Like, why do you fucking hate poor people? Why do you hate black people so much that you're going to fight this hard to make it impossible to pass a public option? Like, why is being white and online so much more important to you than doing anything that would actually improve the material conditions of anybody in the United States? Ask Kyle to come on. Kyle Kulinski will never talk to me because he's a fucking coward. And he knows it, but that's fine.
I love you and missed you. Bonus Mimi is the winner and Pepe sucks poop.
Kyle Kulinski is just the left's version of Steven Crowder.
With your new single payer plus. But people are saying, oh, Tulsi flip-flopped on Medicare for all. Now,
I'm not up to date with the lingo. I thought Medicare for all meant Medicare is a public option. Does it mean single payer? No. The people that are clamoring for Medicare for all are people that are virtue signaling. They only want a single payer. They only want Bernie's, the most extreme healthcare plan ever suggested. Well, not ever suggested, but if it were implemented, it would be the most extreme healthcare plan in the world. That's the only option for these people. Anything less is a Nazi fascist compromise to these people.
Love you, buddy. Bonus meme, skadoosh.
But people are saying, oh, Tulsi flip-flopped on Medicare for all. Now, you seem to be not wanting to outlaw private insurance, more like, say, what works in Australia.
That's
so
right.
Now I'm very familiar. I've been to Australia. I know how their system works. So that, to me, is 1,000% improvement. That certainly is still Medicare for all, but you still are a firm supporter of Medicare for all.
Oh, what is this sucking up to some candidate that actually graced his show, Tulsi? So now he's taking the moderate position because he has no fucking values, because none of these shitty online commentators that you guys listen to have any fucking values, save for like 2 or 3 of them.
Just have a little bit.
If Medicare for all is the only policy lefties ever talk about, how is it also possible for them to be so wrong about it and how popular it is? Bonus meme, if I don't get a 15 combo I will never post ye again. 3, 2, 1 ye.
The term Medicare for all has become something so ambiguous and meaning something different to so many other people.
So there's 2 things about her healthcare plan. One, the beauty of it is that it takes away the right-wing talking point. Most people are for single payer, but they can talk them out of it or scare people with how they couch it. And so Tulsi's approach takes that talking point away. It takes the talking point away of, hey, they're going to take away your health care. They're going to take away your health care. They're going to make it illegal for you to get private health insurance, and then the government's going to run in.
How long ago was this?
And so that takes away all that because they're not outlawing private health insurance. There's a problem with that. My preference is for a Bernie's plan, but the overall important thing is that everybody pays into the single-payer Medicare. It's certainly 1,000 times better than...
People are now dumping Tulsi because of the transphobia, but really there was never a good excuse. Tulsi Gabbard is a rising progressive star, despite her support for Hindu nationalists. Why am I not surprised to see an article like this on the inner shit? It's not surprising at all. I'm not even remotely surprised.
Do you think they want Medicare for all so bad because they're terminally online and Twitter doesn't provide health insurance? Bonus meme, yee for life.
How is Dore's Medicare for all agenda bad for poor minorities? Because it won't get passed. because you don't have, because as much as it pains a lot of lefties that they wish they could turn this into some authoritarian regime, like every other fucking lefty bullshit that runs for more than 20 years in a country, you actually need a democratic, like, support, a majority of votes in the House and Senate to pass stuff. The Medicare for all, the single payer shit, the most extreme healthcare plan that would ever exist across any country in the entire world if it were passed, that one is not winning in our Congress. You don't have the votes for it. Don't mind me just paying the dumb fuck tax on a bank. Good job, XT50. The people you've debated before, which person would you enjoy a rematch with? I got to talk to Kyle Kulinski once, but I was trying to be nice so that I didn't hurt Hassan's relationship with him. But getting to talk to that dumb fuck again would be astounding. Yeah, imagine thinking in a country where we're struggling to pass a $600 stimulus. Imagine thinking that, like, we're getting Medicare for all. So stupid. Especially when we've lost support in the House. Oh, I just answered this question. Sorry. Oh, wait. Which person would you enjoy a rematch with? Which would you not? Who would I not enjoy a rematch with? I don't know. I like the worst types of people are fun to shout out to. How much money do you estimate has been spent on advertising for the Georgians for the Senate runoff? I don't know. Probably quite a bit. They estimated it was going to be up to $1 billion by the end of it all. When I checked a couple weeks ago, it was $250 million. Ad spending in Georgia Senate runoffs tops $250 million. That was in November 30th. I wonder what the money is now. The problem with the public option is that it's not good enough. Private companies will push sicker and older individuals onto the public option to make it more expensive. We've seen this with Medicare Advantage. Okay, I appreciate the Twitter headline talking points, okay? So one, multi-payer works in other European countries. So you're just wrong. So like, firstly, you're just wrong, okay? Somehow other countries have figured multi-payer out. You typing in, the problem with the public option is that it's not good enough because of private companies. You are of the same level of intelligence as a Republican saying single payer won't work because the government is inefficient. That's the level of intellect that you're working at right now, just so you know, okay? You're at that level. So like you've just figured out how to like carve a stone into a wheel, but you haven't quite figured out yet like how to make fire. That's where you're at right now, intellectually, okay? Private companies will push sicker and older individuals onto the public option, making it more expensive. Who the fuck cares? The public option is going to be subsidized by the government. It should be scaled to your income. It doesn't matter if it's more expensive if you are below an income threshold and it's subsidized for you. If anything, this is fine. If anything, this is preferable because it means private insurance costs will go down. Sicker patients pushed onto the public option that's subsidized by taxes will increase. So we just increase the taxable or the tax base or increase the amount of taxes that we have for Medicare, and then you work it that way. This isn't even a negative. Why would this be bad? Like the sickest patients go on to the publicly subsidized system, and now the private insurance rates are going to fall. Like, wow, that's horrible, I guess. Like, this isn't even a negative. These are literally just like Twitter talking points that don't make any sense. Couldn't a public option get lobbied / regulated to become too bad for the average American user? We have IRS profile, but extremely underused due to public. Okay, couldn't anything then? Couldn't anything? Like, think of the world that you live in. Okay, you're saying that like, wow, like, what if the public option gets regulated so hard that it sucks? We need something even bigger that's subject to more regulation. How does that make sense? Like in the same world where we would destroy a public option through regulation, why the fuck wouldn't we do the same with a single payer through regulation? What does this even mean? Anything could become. I was just wondering if there's any way to stop that from happening. There's only one way to get preferable legislation passed in Congress, and that's through voting. That's it. It's your only weapon. Everything else accounts for literally fucking nothing and means absolutely fucking nothing. If at the end of the day, you don't go and vote, you're not going to get what you want. And you don't deserve to get what you want. You shouldn't get what you want. Voters can hold their politicians accountable. That's what Jimmy Dore and progressives are doing. You may not agree that they're holding their representatives' feet to the fire. I know that you like to feel like watching people like me talk online or watching people like Jimmy Dipshit talk online is like real powerful, and you like to rally with all your friends as you like and you retweet and you thumbs up all the videos or whatever. But here's how you hold politicians' feet to the fire. You vote them out. Anything else means nothing. Guess what? There is no politician in the world that gives a fuck about how many retweets or likes your sick own got on Twitter about them. They don't care. All they care about at the end of the day is being voted back in office. So if you don't vote or if people don't go and vote them out, then literally nothing happens. It doesn't matter. All the thumbs up and all the likes on the YouTube videos in the fucking world aren't going to mean a lick of difference to literally anybody. What's the argument against it wasn't real socialism / communism? Oh, well then we don't live in real capitalism either. So it's all good.
But wouldn't a public option be more expensive than M4A, or are they funded the same way?
No, the Medicare for All would absolutely be more expensive. Can you go over this article? The case, currentaffairs.org. I don't read this much, so... The case for forcing a floor vote on Medicare for All. Briahna, oh God, this lady is so stupid. Why would you read anything by her? Get these people off the internet, dude. On November 27th, YouTube's pundit and comedian Jimmy Dore proposed a provocative plan to advance the Medicare for All movement. Refused to re-elect Representative Nancy Pelosi, DC, as the Speaker of the House, but she brings... She's already leaving in 2 years. Why do you think anybody fucking cares? Because last month's elections whittled down the Democrats' majority in the House. It would take only a handful of Democrats to hold Pelosi's speakership hostage. The squad, composed of Representative Alexandria, ocasio-cortez, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib, could theoretically find sufficient support from among the ranks of the nearly 100 members of the Progressive Caucus. And a successful progressive could force unprecedented public debate about the merits of an enormously popular policy. What public debate? Here's what would happen. They call a floor vote. It fails. We stop talking about it. Why do you think that this would cause an unprecedented debate? The debate happened. It was when Bernie was in the fucking primary. We already had the debate on this. It lost in the Democratic Party, let alone countrywide. Like, without a majority of votes in the House, the only way to bring a bill out of committee onto the floor from public debate is if the Speaker of the House agrees to do so. And progressives worry that without a significant pressure campaign, elected Democrats will never... This lady has brain rot. I can't believe that she must have somebody help her type this out, because I don't think she could actually do
Siri,
it.
call mom.
I don't think she could type this many words on her own. She must have had help. This lady is mind-numbingly fucking stupid. What a clueless fucking moron. Fuck, dude. I hate how these people get so rich giving these shit-ass opinions all the time. Make them bet on their positions at least. Make them stake some money on it. The fact that these people make so much fucking money, this fucking Harvard-educated piece of shit out here tweeting about like, oh, I live in an apartment with no job. I'm just like you guys. Meanwhile, she's getting like $500,000 a second on fucking Patreon. Like, Jesus Christ. So that's what this is about. Destiny is jelly, but that's one more reason for social... Why do you think I'm jealous? I don't know if having millions of dollars more would improve my life much. It says a lot about you that you think I would be, though. I do notice some parallels with Jimmy and you on the purity test you both do, and your penchant dismiss a take because of the sun. Hey, Gina, damn, if you want to hop into Discord and talk about it, go for it. I don't purity test for shit. You have to be unbelievably fucking stupid to think that.
Your way of defining the right time. When is the right time? What benchmarks have to be met before you say, you know what, I think it's going to work now? Because I have news for you. Even if we have Democratic supermajorities, you're going to have blue dogs who are nominally against it.
Look what happened to Obama.
That's exactly right. So all these same arguments...
Imagine like what these people are actually saying is that like, well, you think you're going to pass something? Well, not all the country is in favor of it. So then what are you going to do? Well, unfortunately, dipshit 1 and dipshit 2, you don't pass it because we live in a democracy. I know that bothers you. I know that really what you want to do is just write legislation on YouTube and upload it right into the fucking... Where is law? Where does law go? When you pass a law, what do you call that? Like, so Congress passes legislation. There must be like a big book of laws or some shit, right? Do we have that in the United States? The U.S. Code. Yeah, you want to upload your shit right into the U.S. Code, like Code of Federal Regulations. There you go. I'd love to talk, but not with the vitriol preloaded, because I'm a big fan and agree with you on like that. You compared me to Jimmy Dore. I highly doubt that we agree on 99% of things. But like I said, if you want to hop into the Discord, the general lobby, it's always open.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.
I used to be a paleoliberal conservative because of my upbringing. Then in my college years I turned into an anarcho-syndicalist eco-socialist, but because of you I've seen the light, and now in the motion and we buy you clap. Thanks, Stephen.
Jesus Christ. If it takes more than 7 syllables to describe your like economic or social position, just give up.